topic I chose to research was mobile phones. I know it's not the most creative, but here it goes. So the first mobile phone was the Dynatec 800X, which was made by the brand Motorola. It's this one right here. It had 30 minutes of talk time. It took 10 hours to recharge, and it cost $4,000, and that was back in 1983. And in 2020, that $4,000 would be about $10,400. And it weighed nearly 4 pounds. 2 pounds. And it could only store up to 30 numbers. This was the first commercial cell phone. And by cell phone, I mean just phone without any wires or anything, any cords coming from it. And back then it was a novelty because not very many people had them because it just came out. Now that's a sharp contrast to today, where all the phones have tons of features and everybody has them. Like the iPhone 11, for example, is a quarter of the weight of the Motorola phone. And plays music, takes pictures, it has a great camera, touchscreen. You can download thousands of applications. It's basically a supercomputer in your hands. The impact of phones on society. The impact of phones on society is very apparent. You can walk down the street and you see probably 3/4 of the people looking down on their phones. Or if you go on the bus, you see everybody on their phones. Or even like a gathering of friends. Most of them are on their phones or using their phones to communicate with each other or show each other videos or things. And it's arguably the most impactful invention in recent human history. And many people argue whether the invention of phones is a good thing or a bad thing. On one hand, they're often a distraction, and many people would rather be involved in the digital world of their phones than interacting actually with the real world. On the other hand, we now have the ability to communicate with friends and family all over the world with just a touch of a button, or you can see the latest sports scores, or check the news, or be entertained with the latest viral video on TikTok. The impact of phones on the economy. It has a very positive impact on the economy because of the instant communication around the world. Now people don't have to travel everywhere, so to actually talk to people, such as business leaders and executives, they can just do it over like FaceTime or Skype, so that eliminates travel costs. And travel costs are very expensive, so that'll take away an expense a business will have to have, so then they'll be more profitable. And also, tons of people are buying cell phones, like millions and millions of people have them. So that's whenever a consumer buys something, especially something of that price, like it's upwards of sometimes upwards of $1,000, that stimulates the economy. This graph right here shows the estimated how cell phones will contribute to the global economy. And you can see it's projected to increase through the year 2023. And it contributes right now about 4.8% to the global GDP. And this graph right here, it shows there's a linear relationship between using mobile data and the increase in the growth rate of GDP per capita. And you can see like the poorer countries are down here, and like are the ones that have like a ton of people, like Russia. That's why Russia's all the way up here. And they use, obviously, according to this graph, a ton of mobile data, but they're all in this line, and the line shows a definite correlation between those two things. Now, to the impact on the environment. Most people just throw their phone away like in the trash can or something when it doesn't work anymore. and that's actually very bad for the environment because there are tons of chemicals in the phones, such as lead, mercury, and cadmium. And especially lead, like there's a possibility of lead leaking into the water supply. And I know like water's filtered and all that, but it still has negative impacts on the health of humans. And there are also the radiation of all the radio waves going back and forth, because that's what phones use to transmit data. And it's actually been proven that those radio waves can cause tumors. The proper way you're supposed to dispose of a cell phone is just you're supposed to take it to some professional or some drop-off place, but like basically nobody does that. Everybody just throws it in the trash can, but that's actually very bad for the environment. And if you consider the impact of millions and millions of people throwing away their phones and then like decomposing and all these bad materials being released into the air millions and millions of times, it really is not good. And here is my works cited page. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day.